Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for March 2022. I do want to take a quick second and remind you that this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone. Also keep in mind that the monthly readings are a bit predictive in nature. So if the events are not occurring today, they could be occurring in the next few weeks. So let's keep that in mind. All right, Aries, let's get started. Spirit, what would you like Aries to know for the month of March? Core issue. Thank you. All right, Aries, we're starting out with Strength in reverse. What is crossing that? And the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it looks like there might be some fears that you are dealing with here, Aries. It could do with work, doesn't necessarily have to. With the Queen of Wands, though, it is something that you are possibly in a leadership position about. Could be, though, with a in relationships, and not necessarily just in a love relationship. So the good news is it's crossed by the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands definitely is a strong fire sign energy. It depicts you in your power, but yet dealing with something that perhaps a situation that in the past, maybe you were coming from a position where you didn't have power, so it could be a reversal of that, but something that, you know, you're overcoming. So I do feel like with the Queen of Wands, it does seat you in your power. You are showing up in the world, even though you may be dealing with some fears. You're showing up in the world as being in charge, being very fiery and very goal-driven, being very action-oriented. And I feel like with regard to love, you're coming across as being in a glow-up. So I don't think that you are showing the world those fears. You're not presenting it, but you may be feeling it. So let's see what's happened in the past that affects this. The Hierophant. Yeah, you may have taken some time to yourself. You've kind of pulled away. Something happened here in the past that I feel like you kind of pulled back a little bit. That has to do, though, also with the Hierophant here. It has to deal with either you've learned something, you've received counsel about something, or it could be commitment. With this particular deck, it does lean more towards educating yourself, learning about something, taking the time to kind of square yourself away. You know, there's something here that you may have gotten advice from someone. It would have been somebody who you deeply respect, somebody wise, somebody possibly older. So let's see why all this is happening. It could have something to do with commitment, though, as well. Why is all this happening? The King of Wands. Okay. So yeah, you may have met somebody here, Aries. And if not, you may be due to meet somebody. It could be bringing up issues for you. Okay, so with the King of Wands, again, it's that very strong energy of kind of moving to the beat of your own drum, Aries. Very much in your power, but we have both the King and the Queen of Wands, both in the upright. So for some of you, this definitely has to do with you having met somebody. It might be bringing up some issues of fear of commitment, either for you or that other person, if it has to do with love. And if you're not experiencing this currently, you will be in the month of March. But so it could also be, if this has to do with work, This could also be somebody that you are dealing with at work. Somebody that you would get along with very well. And it could be like in a supervisory position. Let's see what's on your mind. Show me what's on the mind of Aries. Show me what's on your mind. Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so you're on your mind is a loss. There's a loss here that's on your mind, and it weighs on you. So you may be afraid. That's the fear. So you may be afraid that this is not going to work out, that there could be an ending. It's weighing on you. Like maybe it's too good to be true, Aries. Like this might be too good to be true. Let's see what might happen in March that you may not be aware of. The Three of Pentacles. So this is really good. This indicates putting in the work and laying a very firm foundation for, this beginning. So this is actually very nice. I see you working towards goals and, laying foundations in the month of March. Let's see how you're showing up. It's also very cooperative. It's the Three of Pentacles is all about cooperation and, working well together. So it's a very good card for the month of March. Let's see your energy. How is Aries showing up? Ace of Wands, a new beginning. And again, we have that that sense of, trying to learn something about this. So there's a sense of it being a very beautiful new beginning. There's passion here, but there's also something that you feel that you need to learn here. So let's see the energy coming towards you. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. So somebody who's holding back emotions a little bit, not really bringing in the emotion. That's interesting. That might be what's kicking off your fears. Let's see what Spirit's advice is. Okay, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so anything that you're confused about, that you're not seeing eye to eye, is going to get cleared up. So Spirit is saying a situation that you're not seeing eye to eye with this person, or if there's an argument, or if there's been a division between the two and you're confused about it, it's going to be cleared up. You're going to have clarity in that situation. Let's see the outcome. Show me the outcome by the end of the month. Yeah, it's a transformation. I see a transformation happening. So we have the Death card. In this particular deck, it's not really about endings as much as it is about transforming. So I do see a transformation happening. It does look like this is primarily about love. It could be about partnership though. So if there is a love relationship that's trying to come in, or a partnership perhaps, the person that is approaching you might be holding back, and so, or pulling back. That could be kicking off your fears, and it's causing confusion. But I see cooperativeness happening, and I see a foundation being set. That's why this need to figure out what's going on and to gain advice. I can see that. there's going to be a transformation in this situation, and that you're going to get clarity. Now, bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords. So this is underlying this situation, Aries. This could be a couple of things. Now, at the worst case scenario, there is an underlying kind of a situation where there's something that's underhanded going on. Now, that's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, there's somebody here is avoiding. It could be you, it could be the other person. There's an avoidance. Because Seven of Swords is not always, you know, something terrible. Sometimes it's all about avoidance. I don't think it's you. I think you're looking for answers. It might be this person. So let's clarify and see what we have, because it feels more like avoidance to me. Spirit, why is... Oh, my goodness. I don't know what just happened there. Let's try that again. All right. Spirit, why is the Strength card here for Aries? King of Wands. Okay. So you're going to overcome those fears. The fear does have to do with this other person. Whether this is in work or whether this is in love, your fears are being kicked off by the behavior of the other person. I do think you're taking actions, though, to overcome this, to deal with this. Now, you could be dealing with another fire sign. That would be another Aries like yourself, or a Leo or a Sagittarius. I see Leo very strong here. Let's see. I'm also seeing Gemini, and I see Scorpio. Taurus is also present. But I do think that you're taking action here, and it is being kicked off by this other person. Why is the Queen of Wands here? For some of you, this literally is in work. Most of you, this is in love, though. All right, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so there's an ending here, or a new beginning trying to happen. Literally could be either. If it's a new beginning trying to happen, again, I'm seeing this action taking place, because this is a highly compatible relationship. If this has to do with an ending, I do see that ending is going to have to take place, and someone is, in order for this to move forward, and somebody is going to have to create that ending first, but they're afraid to do so. There's a fear of doing so. Why is the Hierophant here? Seven of Wands. Yeah. So there may be some outside forces, and it could be another relationship for some of you. Either you, Aries, or the other person could be in another connection, and that connection has to end prior to this one coming together. So I'm seeing two different timelines. That's the case for one of you, for one of the timelines. For the other timeline, in the past, there has been difficulties in commitment for the other timeline, and it has nothing to do with this one, but it's kicking off your fears. There's been problems, there's been difficulties, and those memories are what is affecting this possibility of this commitment. So depending upon which timeline you are on, it's going to resonate with you, because they're very different timelines. Why is the King of Wands here? And that's affecting this. Yeah, there it is. There's that Ace of Wands. Now that's in your energy. So that's why all this is happening. It's because there's a brand new beginning here. It's a beginning that is you're passionate about. You're very passionate about this. It's a new beginning you want to take action on. For some of you, there has already been action taken, and that would have been in a physical sense. But I will say that if this is not related to business or partnership, there is definitely love as well. It's not just the passion, but there is a strong passion, and it's mutual. It is mutual. Let's see what's on your mind. Let's clarify that. Some of you may be questioning whether or not there's any stability in this connection. And I know also some of you are questioning if this person is feeling passionate, but is there love? And the answer is yes, there is. All right, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Star in reverse, and we have the Four of Cups. So sometimes you are feeling a bit hopeless, Aries. These are in your thoughts. You're feeling as if you have to be very careful about giving your emotions to this person, because you're not sure if this person is interested, if they're actually going to receive the love that is there. And these thoughts are very problematic for you. So you're having a hard time with this because you're being in your mind. I'm stumbling over my words as I'm saying it because it's so chaotic. There is confusion. So I see that in Spirit's advice. So you're trying to create balance in your mind. There is no balance right now. It's chaotic and it's unbalanced. Sometimes you feel hopeful because you're developing emotions for this person or have developed emotions, but your mind is telling you this is a problem and you have to be careful about giving your emotions, giving your love to this person, because you're not sure that this person is going to value what you're giving them. You're not sure that they are able to receive the love or to see the connection and really value it. And I can see why. It's because they hold back so much. At other times, you feel like giving up on this entirely because of these fears. This person is really kicking up your fears with their behavior. And so you're concerned that it's either not gonna happen, or if something has already happened, that it needs to just end. Let's look at March. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles, and like I said, that's a really good card. So let's clarify. Show me the Three of Pentacles. Clarify. Okay. All right, so we have. Oh, I see. So some of you Aries have met this person at work. Okay. So work is involved for some of you. I see. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. Now that's twice. So that's very strong. We have the Eight of Cups. Three of Wands reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Nine of Coins reversed, Six of Wands reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, and the Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so let me move all of this up. All right, so I do see a foundation. Now, that foundation could be, though, that it's your work foundation. There's a cooperativeness here that's already happened. So 3 of coins and 8 of coins definitely leads me to believe that for a lot of you, you've met this person through work or in some work capacity. For others of you, though, I'm seeing that there is a cooperativeness in this and a willingness to work towards this goal of having a stable foundation. You're willing to put that work in. However, if there is a marriage that's involved with this person, that's where we're seeing this 7 of Swords. There is an element of deceit. It's a hidden connection. It's a connection that's not out in the open, because that person has to walk away from another connection. So there's an element of deceit. For others, though, instead of it being deceit, there's an avoidance that's taking place here. And it is because there's a sense of dissatisfaction on both, regardless. And I think that what will happen in the month of March is that you're going to get tired of waiting for this. I see you growing weary, Aries, of waiting for this. I see you growing disillusioned with it. And I see you walking away from this, to be honest. Because what you're looking for is a relationship, and you don't know if that's going to happen. You feel as if somehow you're being deceived. And because of that deceit, I feel like you're gonna pull away. It's gonna lead to a lack of success with this because there's no action being taken. It is gonna cause some imbalance for you, and I feel like ultimately you are going to you're just gonna walk away from this to end the conflict. Because you're not going to want the conflict. It's not a situation that you're feeling successful in. There's a sense here of this person not telling you everything, not being on the up and up with you. There's a sense of things not being successful because of a lack of action. There's a sense here that it's bringing out your fears and your insecurities. And I feel like you're going to grow impatient with this. You're already feeling, like there's problems in this, that this is never going to happen. There's a sense of hopelessness. And I do feel like ultimately you're going to be the one who walks away from this. And it's going to lead to a sense of imbalance, but you're going to do this because you don't want to compete with anyone else if there is any third party energy. And if there's not, you just don't want the chaos and the conflict that is here. So I see you actually walking away from this. Let's see how your energy is here. So it's a highly compatible person. There's a lot of passion here. But I see you kind of looking at this and saying, if this person's not going to take action, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do, they're not going to, come up to the standards that I have for myself, then you're not going to entertain this. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, so there's a new start here. There's some kind of a passionate new start that has happened or will happen. But ultimately, and I'm seeing the same thing, ultimately for some of you, there's another party involved. It's another person, a committed partner that's involved. And so you will move away from that because of the chaos, and you will actually go into no communication with this person. if there is no other person, if this person is not connected with someone else, and I do think that you're going to find that out. I don't think that I don't think you knew this. I think that you find this out. That's what you're searching for. I see. So I think you find this out, that this person is not single. If that's your story. Now, for the others of you that this person is single, I do see you still not willing to put up with their behavior, and their behavior is one that they're not really, they're not giving of themselves. They're not coming forward with the emotion. They're not taking action, and we'll look at their energy in a minute. But what I see you doing is really focusing on your career, focusing on your money, children if you have children, focusing on your home, a lot of self-care. But ultimately, again, I see the same thing, moving away from this connection because of the chaos and going into non-communication and kind of healing your own energy. So let's look at their energy. What a shame that this person is not, because there is a compatibility here, but it doesn't seem like this person has their act together. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Six of Cups and the High Priestess. Yeah, they've got a secret. Yeah, they've got a secret. So they're kind of holding back emotionally. They're not being as emotionally giving as they could be. I do see that they see you as a means of like you are like a fresh breath of air to them. You help them to kind of put down all the cares and worries and problems of the world. So they look at you like a breath of fresh air. They do like being with you, but they hold back emotionally. This could be somebody that you've known from a previous lifetime, or it could be someone that you have known from before. We do have the Six of Cups, but they have a secret from their past. They're not telling you everything. This person is not telling you everything. There's something here that they are not revealing. And it's something, it's either a person from their past, which, you know, would be another person they're committed to, or it's a secret of some sort that's associated with their past. And you know what? Ironically, Aries, when they're with you, they can kind of forget these things. They can kind of, you know, you're like a breath of fresh air for them. But that's not realistic, unfortunately, because relationships require work, and this person doesn't seem to be wanting to do the work. Let's look at Spirit's advice. So we already know that where there's conflict here in a relationship, there's going to be clarity. So let's look at that. For some of you, a side note, it has nothing to do with this love relationship, but for some of you, there is a situation at work. It could be with a supervisor that you may have an argument with. There's going to be clarity in that. I just heard that very clearly. And that situation is going to balance out. But you're being guided not to be emotional in that situation. Because if you can balance it out at work and not get emotional about it, that you'll kind of be able to kickstart that situation. But that's a side note. All right, so Spirit's advice. You will be getting clarity on the situation, but Spirit is saying there is a situation for some. We have the two timelines. The situation where the person is giving their energies to two different individuals. The conflict is because they are holding back emotionally. and there might be a child involved as well. But there's an indication here that they've started something new with you, and there's going to be clarity about that. And I think that clarity is that you may not have known that this person was involved with someone else. So you're gonna get clarity. If there was no one else and this person's just has a lack of action, the conflict here is involving a lack of emotion. And I do see in that situation that there is an ability to balance this out and have a new start with this person. So you could have a new start with this person. I don't think, though, that you're going to be willing to do that. Some of you might. Spirit is saying in that situation that there's an opportunity to have a new beginning, that it will balance out in that situation. So it really depends on the timeline. If there's no one else involved, when you receive clarity, some of you may decide to have a new beginning, to kind of jump into that new beginning, overcoming these fears. Let's look at your outcome. That's going to tell us a lot. I do see a transformation. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so like I said, if there is a person involved, your person is married or committed to someone else. And this is a Knight of Wands is kind of a player. So I see an ending here, and it's going to cause some stress. It's going to cause some tears. But I see you ultimately putting an end to it and actually going into no communication with this person. I do see you then healing your energy. Because while there is compatibility here, this person is already committed, and so I think they're being a bit of a player. For the other timeline where this person is not committed, bear in mind that this person will come in very flirtatious, and they may come in holding back their emotions and their feelings. However, they will transform into someone that is very committed, but it's going to be a long road to get there. So you have to decide, Aries, if you want to do that. It's not going to be without, some difficulty to get there, because I can see the pain and the worry. Them holding back emotionally is what's kicking up your fears. And it's going to cause some fears and worries. It's going to cause some sleepless nights here, but they will transform. And Spirit is saying that is a possibility. So you have to decide what you're going to do. It looks as if you're not going to be willing to do that, but some of you might. They will be able to kind of move from that flighty, I don't want to give of myself energy into being somebody that's actually very committed, because the two of you are very compatible. But it's gonna be a long road getting there. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups in the reverse. So that does tell me that you are moving from a period here, Aries, where you've kind of been sad, maybe even a little bit depressed, and now you're kind of opening yourself back up to the possibility of love. So I do think that's good. You either have or will be meeting someone. if they are already attached to someone and you find that out, I see you kind of kicking them to the curb. But if they're not, it could go either way. It's going to depend upon you. So, all right, I'm going to pull an oracle card, and usually I do my wild shuffle, but Spirit has indicated for me to do differently for the oracle, and so I am following what Spirit tells me. Let's see what we pulled for you. All right, it says confident. You confuse confidence with ego. There is no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are and what you want. Most importantly, having the courage to stand in your own power. And you know what? I do see you doing that in the month of March. So don't confuse the confidence that you have here, Aries, with ego. So have the courage to stand in your power. All right? It's a nice reading, and I like the fact that you're moving into your power here. I do hope it's been helpful. If you would, like and share the video. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you want to leave a comment, you're more than welcome to do that. And I do read all of them. Until I see you in the weeklies, namaste.